Hey guys, welcome to our second episode of Sundays with Sash. So for those of you who are new to this page, every Sunday we are getting on to Facebook Live and answering your questions that you have about anything. Could be about relationships, could be about health, your purpose in life, really anything that you could possibly think of. If you've ever had the moment where you're like, I wonder, ... Now's the time you can ask collective consciousness, because Blake channels his higher level spirit guide Sash. So we do have a question that's already come up, and the question is, why do I suffer from depression? So Sash, can you answer that?
Yes. Any emotion similar to depression, any emotion that feels in a state of powerlessness or in a state of depression, it is your body's way of telling you that you're not dealing with the emotions that are coming up day to day. Depression is a state of deep, deep powerlessness. It is a state in which you've manifested and you've created within you. It is usually a state that is created within you because of what you've been putting your focus on. Everyone has events in their life that cause sadness or grief or depression. Everyone has events in their life that can breed uncomfortable emotions. But you choose to stay in those emotions. That is always a choice. Any emotion that feels like it has its hold on you, yes, some of those emotions can be quite gripping and they feel so powerful that they consume us, but they never do. You always choose it. You always choose to be held by that emotion. And knowing that, you can then choose to feel something different. Every day upon waking, you choose to feel something. You choose to turn your attention towards something, and turning your attention towards something invokes a feeling. And that feeling then begins your vibration for that day. And the more you look at the events in your life and the more you feel that vibration you started your day upon, the more that brings to you. So, for instance, let's say you wake up in the morning and you turn your attention to something that happened yesterday, something that didn't feel good, something that you've been thinking about or feeling for a long time. If you start your new day looking at that, then right there, you started that momentum again. You started those depressed feelings from the get-go. And the more you focus on those feelings, the more you focus on those past life events that have made you feel that way to begin with, the more you're going to attract of it. And then you get caught in a cycle. You get caught in a cycle of looking at the things that don't feel good. And then it brings more of those things into your life. It is the law of attraction in its pure form. And in this case, it's bringing things that are unwanted, but only because you are focusing upon them.
Awesome, thank you. So for those of you guys who are just joining, say a hi, where you're from. We are just doing some questions and answers from Blake's high level spirit guide, Sash. So if you have anything that's been hot on your heart or something that you've been wondering, then post the question. If it's got anything to do with anything you can think of, relationships, children, parenting, money, health, anything. So I just wanted to ask this as a side note, Sash. So, I mean, emotions like depression, they're still very important, no? Because I think a lot of people tend to be, like, they're labeled as negative. So do they not serve any kind of purpose?
Yes, they serve a purpose. They serve a very important purpose. And the most important purpose they serve is as guidance for you, that what you're focusing on, what you're thinking about, and the emotions you're feeling is telling you that whatever you're looking at, whatever you're thinking about yourself or looking at or feeling isn't true. It is telling you that the discomfort you feel is showing you that that isn't your true state. Your true state is enjoyment, is joy, is passion, is love, is excitement. That is your true state as a being. That is where you're meant to live. That is what you came for in this world. And yes, the emotions, those tough emotions, those emotions that don't feel that good, they are there. And that is part of life. And that is part of the contrast you've come to experience in this physical life. Those emotions are there, and they are bringing you messages. And sometimes the messages can be quite strong. And those emotions that come up, they've come up for a reason. And it is your job as humans to give light to those emotions, because they are only bringing you messages. And it is your job, should you choose, to look at those emotions, to give them space, because they're coming up, and just like any emotion, they just want to be seen. They want to feel heard. They want to have light shone upon them, and they want to be addressed. And so, should you desire to move through that emotion and out of that emotion, give it light, give it love, and remind yourself it's okay to feel that. It's okay to feel depression. And it is there for a reason. It is telling you that what you're feeling isn't serving you, and you want to feel something different. And so, giving yourself space to feel those emotions, and then, should you choose, transmuting it into something that feels better. Depression, anger, sadness, guilt, shame, any of those emotions, they come up for very important reasons. And it is very important that you humans give those emotions light. Shed your light upon them, because if you choose to push them down, if you choose to stuff them and avoid feeling them, they will just come back, and they will come back stronger and with more energy and with more destruction than they would if you were to choose to address them right away. And that is all disease is in the body, or dis-ease is in the body. It is emotion that hasn't been addressed. It is emotion that has been pushed down and not given the light, or given your attention, or given the time of day. That is all disease is in the body, is emotion that has been not addressed, that has been stuffed down and not given your attention.
Awesome. So guys, say hi. We are doing question and answers session with Sash, and that is, again, Blake's high level spirit guide. So we do have a question on here. Louise wants to know where her soul resides. Our soul resides somewhere physically in our body. So Louise would like to know where hers is residing.
Hello, Louise. To answer your question, your soul lives within your voice, within your throat. You have always been a great communicator. You've always been one to bridge the gaps between people and bringing people together. You are a speaker at the core of your being. You are a communicator and a joiner between those who desire to connect with each other. And that is something you have used in your life and you will continue to use as you move through your physical experience. Your soul lives in your throat and through your voice. So never stop using it. It is one of your most important and many gifts to this world.
Excellent. So we have awesome people joining here. Hi, Riley. Hi, Justin. Hi, Lisa and Desi. Thank you for joining us. If you guys have any questions, feel free. I know you guys are really good question askers. So for those of you who are just joining, again, we're just doing some question and answers with Sash, who is Blake's high-level guide. We're doing this every Sunday.
Hi, Robin.
We're doing this every Sunday, so conjure up the questions during the week, or if you ever have an aha moment of I wonder, then write it down and bring it to the next live. We'll probably just do 1 or 2 more questions, just because we like to keep this short, and it's actually pretty late. We're normally going to do this at about 9 p.m. instead of this so late, but tonight we actually went to a psychic and medium event, which was really interesting. Yeah. Anyone have any questions? Anything? Oh, also I'm going to add this because this is a great demonstration of what manifestation is in vibration and emotion. Blake, what did you do to your face?
Well, I'll just tell it from my perspective, but I was playing in a slow pitch game, and I was tracking a pop fly in right field, and I ran into the fence and I didn't catch the pop fly, so it was a lot of energy spent for not much. But and then after the game or whatever, I asked Sash like what was all that about, and basically it was I needed to be blindsided by some energy. I was busy focusing on things rather than focusing on what was going right in my life, on things that were manifesting my physical experience and my desires that I had asked for and that were presenting themselves. I was focusing on the lack of what I wanted, and I needed to be blindsided by some energy to kind of jolt me awake and say, hey, you need to shift your focus on what is happening, what is going right, what the desires that you have created. And so yeah, it was kind of a funny way to do it, but that's the way kind of the universe works. It's going to give you the messages, and it's just being open enough to realize what those messages are. And even things like a sports injury, yes, they happen in a game or in a practice or whatever, but it's still a vibrational manifestation of emotions you're feeling, whether it's a chronic disease in your body or it's a sports injury. It is still ends up being always traced back to an emotional feeling, and in turn you'll create a physical response to that emotion. So it was pretty interesting. Hi, Desi. And yeah, so it was kind of a little story there of why my face looks like this.
Yeah, it's not barbecue sauce.
No, unfortunately.
Although that's not really unlikely either. So I'm just going to say this one last time for anyone who's just joining on, any questions you have for the universe, anything you've been wondering. Again, Blake kind of just answered a question that I asked about something he manifested. So if you have any questions about things that are going on in your life, or just a brief, like, why did this happen, or what does this mean? Because I'm really good at those ones. But yeah, what types of questions are usually asked? Anything you can come up with. Trust me.
Honestly, Robin, anything. They're like, people have asked all kinds of questions. It could be anything. Like, there's always guidance that comes through. I never really know what's going to come through, so it could be anything. So let them fly.
Like anything to do with like someone who's passed, relationship stuff. Why am I seeing a shit ton of like robin birds or bluebirds? Like, what does that mean? Yeah, something that's sticking out to you that seems like doesn't make any sense, but it's sticking out and you're noticing it for some reason. That's usually something. That's a sign or a message. So anything like that. Yes, Lisa knows all about the birds. They're very loud. Sorry, we're just reading comments. We didn't go on mute.
Um,
So, Louise, did you have a question about your dad? Because you're saying that he had passed 10 years ago today. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark. How's it going?
This ought to be good. This ought to be
Yeah,
thought-provoking for
I'm
you.
sure he has some questions.
Yes. Alrighty. We'll just wait a couple more minutes here. Maybe Louise has a question. And yeah, how did you? We had some sessions today with some really awesome clients. So every time we're doing like sessions with clients, we always get a really great experience. It's just as much of an expansive experience for them as for us as it is for them. And my role, because I haven't really expressed this, I guess, is so Blake is obviously the channel. And I kind of supplement in facilitating the experience by asking some questions or using intuition on what information the person might be looking for that might not quite be answered, so I can help ask questions, again, with analytical skills.
So, Louise, you asked, is your father still with you? And give me 1 second. Yes, of course he is. He is always with you because you've asked for him to be with you. He will always be there should you desire to contact him. You can talk to him anytime, and he can hear you anytime. Should you choose to let the information come from him, you can. You have that ability. You have the ability to contact him directly through yourself. You don't need a medium. You have the power to contact him through you. So exercise those abilities. Exercise your ability to contact your father, who in spirit is ready and willing to converse with you.
Thanks. So we have 2 more questions that we'll answer here. Kelly, who's my dad. Dad says, there seems to be a lot of death surrounding me lately.
And that doesn't really sound like a question, that's more of a statement, but I'm assuming he wants to know why. And let's see what Sash says. Yes, Kelly, there is a lot of death surrounding you. And that is because you, as a creator, are manifesting it. You are a vibrational match to it. And you are not necessarily creating those deaths around you, but you have created a situation where the people around you seem to be falling away from you. And yes, that can be scary. That can be worrisome because you're creating a story within you that your time is coming, that you could be next. But again, that is your choice. You could choose to bow out now and leave this physical world. But is that you? Is that really what you want? Is that something you want to create? You need to ask yourself, what feels good to focus on? Does it feel good to focus on the death and the hurt and the fear that all my friends are dying, all my loved ones are leaving, and I could be next? Or does it feel good to focus on, wow, look at the lives they lived, look at the experiences they had, look at all the things they created, look at all the love I felt for them. I'm excited for them in the next journey of their existence. I'm excited for where their souls are going, knowing that where they're going is pure positive energy. I'm excited for what lies next for them. And I'm excited for me to keep on experiencing this physical world. You need to ask yourself, what feels good to focus on? Does it feel good to focus on the loss and the lack and the fear of death? Or does it feel good to focus on the joy of life, the joy of your life and the joy that they experience in their life?
Good answer. So we have two more questions. Let's do the two more. So Devlin wants to know why his siblings annoy him.
Because he's creating it. He cannot, he chooses how to feel. No one can make him feel anything. He is choosing to be annoyed. And so he can choose to feel something different. No one can make you feel anything. No one can create in your experience. You choose how you react to everything in this world. You choose how you feel. And to point the finger at someone else, yes, sometimes it feels better, but in the end, you're only giving your power away. Things will happen in your life. People will do things that you don't like. But the sooner you come to terms with the fact that you created it, that you created what's happening in your life, the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll realize what a powerful creator you are, and that you can create anything. You can create the opposite of that. You can create more of what is wanted rather than what is unwanted. So Devlin, my message to you is you need to decide how you feel. If you choose annoyance, then that's what you will get. But that is your choice. You can always choose something different.
Awesome. So anyone who is just joining now, we're taking one last question, which is already on here.
What is this thing?
Sorry about that, guys. We're just reconnecting there for a second. So anyone joining last minute, we're just answering one more question on here.
We'll do two questions.
Oh, we have two questions left.
Robin, you asked, I've been wanting to develop my intuition, and I feel the universe is showing me signs all the time, but I'm not too sure. Well, Robin, I'm excited for you, first of all, and I know I've always had a really good connection with you. I've always felt really resonant with your energy, even before any of this started happening for me. But okay, hang on one second. You need to trust what the universe is bringing to you.
She wants to know about the signs.
Oh.
She feels like the universe is showing her signs.
Yes, absolutely it is. Yeah, absolutely.
If it's coming up as a sign,
if it's coming up as a sign and you feel it's a sign, it's a sign. Never discount anything the universe brings you, because if you feel it, it's real. If you see it, it's real. Whether it's real to anyone else, it's real to you, and you know that feeling. So trust your intuition, trust your instincts, and follow up with it. Like, go after it.
Does Sash have anything to say?
Yes. But that's just me. That's just me speaking. That's Blake speaking. I'm just excited for you. I'll let Sash kind of say his piece. Yes, Robin, as Blake was saying, those indications of the universe, those messages and signs, those are real. Those are a manifestation by you. You asked to have a deeper connection. Somewhere in your life, you've asked to have a deeper connection with yourself, with source energy, and with those around you. And now the universe is bringing those things, and you're shitting yourself. You're saying, this can't be it. But it is, and it is your creation. You asked for it, you aligned with it, and now it's here. So enjoy it. Enjoy this time. Enjoy discovering this new energy. Enjoy discovering your abilities, because you have them. They are real and they're yours. And whatever you do with them is up to you.
Awesome answer. So guys, last question for Sash, who is Blake's spirit guide. For anyone who's joining, say hello, say where you're from. And the last question that's on here is, I'm confused about getting signs from the universe that someone is coming back into my life, but it has been a long time and hasn't happened. I'm having trouble making peace with this.
We're getting signs from the universe. Someone may be wanting or desiring to come back into your life, and it may not have happened because you haven't been allowing it. You may even desire this person or this relationship to come back into your life, but are you allowing it? Are you focusing on the positive aspects about that relationship or that connection? Are you truly allowing that to come back? A desire is one thing, yes, but allowing is a completely different thing. And to allow is letting that physical manifestation of your desire into your physical experience. So even though the desire may be there for you and them, or just for them, or just for you, it is your work or your job to allow, should you desire it. If you want it, you need to allow it. And that can be done several different ways. But the best and most effective thing is feeling good. If you want that to come into your physical experience, do the things in your life that feel good. And from that high vibration, from that high energy, from that positive outlook, from that joy you're experiencing day to day, moment to moment, then that thing will come into your experience, should you desire it. If it is something you desire, do the things that feel good in your life. Be the most positive, strongest, beautiful, joyous, most hilarious version of yourself. And there is no way that that desire cannot come into your physical experience.
Awesome. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. It has been an awesome day today.